Hi guys, how are you?
Hi, good. How are
Hi.
you?
Hi. So to start, this show, as someone who lives in Queens, I love how New York this episode that I saw is, and I love that it is a specific kind of New York. It's not the city, it's the boroughs, and you get to kind of see that version of New York, especially with a family. For you guys, what was the fun of getting to shoot something in New York and really get to like feel what the city is like when you're making something like Goosebumps?
It was the best.
Yeah.
We're both New Yorkers. I'm born and raised in New York. So the fact, and you live in Queens, so look, there were places that we shot. I've been there my entire life that I never saw
Hmm.
You guys
in
were
what
in my
like
neighborhood, so it's
where
like
you
I know
were.
very well. I'm in
It was
Ridgewood, so you guys were very close to me.
was
Oh
so great.
no.
I've never seen half of those places, and I
Yeah.
felt like, how do you discover something in your own backyard? It was just
Queens
cool.
has great cannolis, I gotta say.
Oh, the
I went and
food.
got so many. It was so good.
I'm surprised we didn't gain like 37 pounds because the
Yeah.
food was so
It's
great.
really great.
I mean, Trinidadian food, Jamaican food,
Puerto
Mm,
like
Rican.
Puerto Rican food, like
mm.
We
it
had a
was the
great time.
best. So New York to me, and also it's just a dream to be able to shoot in New York.
Hmm.
Being home
Mm.
and doing that. I think it really lent to our characters too.
Yeah.
It really just you were able to just ease right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys were right by Rolo's and the Milken Pool because my roommate told me you guys filmed by the Milken Pool, and I was like, yeah,
Oh
Goosebumps
my
at the
God.
Milken Pool. But I do love, I'm a millennial. I grew up reading Goosebumps. I remember being terrified of buying masks because of these stories. But I like how this show really makes them their own, and it's not so like you don't have to be a Goosebumps fan to enjoy this. For you both, what is the fun of being a part of a project that's going to have a fan base like people like me who have seen or read the books and know Goosebumps stories, and also people who this is their first introduction to Goosebumps, and they're going to come into this not knowing what to expect.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I grew up reading these books, and I was always in the library as a kid. I was always like hunched over a Goosebumps book. So it made such an impact, and I'm a huge horror, action, superhero in general nerd. So getting to be an action character in this show was mind-blowing. And seeing these sets, seeing the stunt performers, they put so much work into it, and they're such hard workers.
Unbelievable.
And, we get to work together, and that was amazing. And then we got the haunted car, and that was so cool. That was really hard to do, but we loved it. It's a cool episode.
Yeah, I think, for my kids, I grew up, this is what made my kids readers actually and turned them on to the genre of horror. And so I think also, if you're not familiar with it, what's really exciting about I think especially this season is there's edge of your seat, scary, mystery, everything like that. But then there's also there's really funny moments. Like this cast is so talented and there's some really like laugh out loud funny moments as well. So you do get a break from all the, high intensity stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have to ask because I am actually at New York Comic Con, and so Francesca, you said that you're a big superhero nerd, but how exciting is it to know like there's David Schwimmer's face is on a staircase down the hall, like Goosebumps is like the big thing this year. How is it to be a nerd and know that like your show is now like a big tentpole of New York Comic Con?
It literally makes me want to cry. Can I tell you, when I was 17, I went to Comic-Con and I dressed up as Wonder Woman, and it was my first ever Comic-Con. Yeah, and I'm a huge Wonder Woman fan. Um, so being part of a show that's like in Comic-Con, to me, it means the world. Literally, I'm the person with the Funko Pops on my desk, and I really, really want a Goosebumps, one of, yeah.
Funko Pop.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would
I
be
have two different Wonder Woman rings on, so I fully understand and respect you. And I'm dressed like Matt Murdock, so like I get it. I
yeah.
understand. But I want to ask you guys, there's a special art to like a kid's show that is also scary and has something that older audiences are also going to enjoy, and it's not going to be limited to like teens or young adults. For both of you, what is it like, getting to a show that has all those layers mixed into it and it's not for a specific demographic?
I think for me, it's really cool, you know, to be in something that's so universal, but it also has such specificity to it. Also, just being a Latin woman, I think, and I don't want to speak for you, but I think, you know, we're underrepresented
Mhm.
in a lot of things, but especially in the horror genre. So for us to be able to come on here and, you know, she's this really powerful force of nature. And I think, you know, any young girls, any young Latin girls who are going to get to see, you know, Francesca out here, like really holding it down, seeing us battle with each other as parent, and child and going through our emotional stuff is a really exciting thing. So to me, that was a really great honor to play and to, you know, hopefully it'll introduce this genre to a whole nother sort of a group of people.
Yeah, I cannot wait for everyone to get to see it. Thank you guys so much for talking with me today. And I love this season of Goosebumps. I think it's really fun.
Thank
Yay,
you.
thank
Have
you.
fun at
Thank you,
Comic-Con.
guys. Thank
See you
you.
later.